You know, your home has a secret. And no, it's not hiding in the attic or tucked away in the basement. It's happening right now, deep underground. See, your plumbing is locked in a constant invisible battle with the world right outside your door. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that fight. I mean, have you ever really, truly stopped to think about what's going on down there? Underneath the floorboards, behind the drywall, there's a whole hidden network. A whole world, really.
And I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Below your feet, a silent battle is being fought. Every single day. Your home is basically a fortress, and it's constantly defending itself against these powerful forces that are trying to get in.
And for homes in certain places, like, say, River Ridge, Louisiana, that battle is especially tough. So let's dive in and see what happens when the outside world decides it wants to come right on in.
Okay, first up on the list of troublemakers is something called hydrostatic pressure. Just picture your house sitting in a giant invisible pool of water. Now that water is always pushing inward from every single side, 24/7. Well, that's exactly what groundwater does to your foundation and your pipes. It's just this constant, relentless squeeze.
Then you've got the very ground your house is built on. Seriously. In places like River Ridge, there's this unique soil called expansive clay. Think of it like a massive sponge. When it rains, it swells up, and when it gets dry, it shrinks back down. This constant movement can literally shift your house around and snap those rigid pipes like they're nothing more than a twig.
And let's not forget about nature's own plumbing experts, tree roots. You know those gorgeous, mature oak trees you see all over Louisiana? Well, their roots are on a constant mission, always hunting for water. And your older sewer lines, to them, that looks like a 5-star buffet. Those roots can and will break right on in.
And here's where it gets really messy, because these problems don't just happen one at a time. Oh no, they gang up on you. The intense humidity makes pipes rust way faster. The summer heat actually warms up the water, which also speeds up corrosion. And hey, if your house was built before 1980, you've probably got old galvanized steel pipes that are just waiting for trouble. It's a total perfect storm, and that's before you even start thinking about hurricane season, which brings a whole other list of threats. So if your home is in the middle of this invisible war, how would you even know? Well, it tries to tell you. It sends out signals. Let's talk about those telltale warning signs. Basically, your home's cries for help. This is where we connect all the dots. Remember that expansive clay soil, the stuff that swells and shrinks? That can cause a leak in your slab foundation. You might notice it as a weird hotspot on your floor, or maybe your water bill suddenly shoots through the roof. Those aggressive tree roots, they create sewer blockages, which is why you hear gurgling toilets or have drains that just won't, well, drain. And the old pipes mixed with humidity, that's your brown water and weak pressure. Even something as simple as mineral-rich water causes sediment in your water heater, which makes that strange popping or rumbling noise.
And believe me, the stakes here are incredibly high. A small leak in your foundation isn't just some minor annoyance. Get this, it can undermine structural integrity within weeks in this climate. Yeah, you heard that right, weeks. That's how fast a little problem can spiral into a full-blown catastrophe.
Okay, enough with the doom and gloom, right? How do you actually fight back? Let's switch gears and talk about the modern defense, how we go from finding the problem to actually fixing it.
So, when you've got a serious blockage, the pros have two main weapons. Snaking is the one you probably know, a cable that basically just punches a hole through a clog to get things moving again. But hydrojetting, man, that is on a whole other level. It uses super high-pressure water to scour the entire inside of the pipe clean, blasting away everything, grease, roots, you name it. It's the difference between poking a hole in a blockage and making the pipe feel brand new again.
And actually calling in a pro is way more straightforward than you might imagine. It's really just a simple 3-step dance. Step 1, you make the call. Step 2, a technician figures out the real problem and gives you a clear, upfront price, no surprises. And step 3, they fix it using quality parts and then test everything to make sure the job is done right. Simple as that.
So here's the real key to all of this. Protecting your home, your biggest investment, isn't about you suddenly needing to become a DIY plumbing expert. Nope. It's about understanding the forces you're up against, because knowledge really is your best first line of defense.
And this is exactly why all those local codes and licenses matter so much. The plumbing codes in Louisiana aren't just random rules somebody made up. They were written specifically for this challenging climate. Places like Jefferson Parish have even more rules for flood zones. So when you hire a licensed plumber, you know the work is designed to stand up to these issues. Trying to get around that? Well, that can turn into an absolute nightmare with insurance or when you go to sell your house.
When you boil it all down, it comes back to this one simple truth. Understanding your home's unique, personal relationship with the environments around it, that is the absolute first step to protecting it.
So we'll just leave you with this thought. That underground battle, it's happening, whether you can see it or not. Now that you know what your home is really up against, what's your first move going to be?